Hello, loves. It's so nice to be with you again. So, the last week has been really big. There's been lots of different energetic shifts been happening, and I'm wondering how you've gone and felt it and experienced it. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining. I'm Majenta Moon, and tonight I want to talk to you about what I've been hearing, what the women have been telling me that have been interested in what Rise has to offer. And, you know, it's so interesting how much all our blocks and our fears and our vulnerabilities are so similar. We're all walking this path of life together, and you know what? It's time to raise our frequency. It's time to shift that which we are experiencing, and it's time to create the life of bliss and passion and power and motivation that you deserve. I got to go and speak to a group of beautiful women on Friday night. They were the national finalists for the Miss International Beauty Pageant, and I got asked to do a motivational speaking, and it just flowed out what they needed. And that's when I know I'm speaking, you know, the words of wisdom that are coming through. That I was trying to tap them into what their bliss place is, what their motivation is, why they get up in the morning and feel like that's what they need to do. And by knowing what that feeling is and how it feels in their body and what it looks like to them, means they've got a reference point to come back to when they're feeling nervous or fearful or anxiety about getting up on stage. But this method can be applied to anyone and anything in life. If you know what bliss feels like and a high frequency level feels like for you, that's your barometer to know how to get back to it. And then we've got a multitude of practices, rituals, methods, tools, and techniques that you can use. You can figure out what works for you, and then you've got that way to get back there. So I made some notes so I wouldn't forget what everyone had said. I'm getting a lot of people wanting community. They're wanting some like-minded individuals. And yeah, don't we all? We're looking for our tribe. We're looking for those people that really see us, feel us, want to talk about the real stuff that's going on in their hearts, in their minds, in the world we're living in. I feel like someone's written something. I'll just check. Hello. Hello, everyone. Oh, you beautiful people. So yeah, people want something for themselves. Now, especially for women, and especially when they go into motherhood, there's this sense of always giving and always doing and having to look after other people. And often they forget to look after themselves, nourish themselves, bring themselves up to a place that then they have what it takes to give. And you end up going through the cycle and you either burn out or get exhausted or get resentful. And we want to find ways to stop that. We want to give you tools to nourish yourself so you can nourish those that you love in your life. And this doesn't go for just mums, this goes for everyone. What can we do to make sure that our cups are full, that we feel good, that we're being looked after? And this isn't coming from a selfish place. This is coming from a self-love place. It's really, really important, guys. People want to know how to go deeper into themselves. People are waking up. They know that something bigger is out there, that there is a consciousness, that there is energies, and then you kind of get stuck. I know I did. I sort of was feeling all these things for many years, reading different books, looking up different things, but it never really opened me up in the way I wanted. And it took years of practice and years of talking to different people and finally coming across some really amazing courses and some really amazing mentors that really started to activate what is now going on. It opened the door, and I learnt to trust. I learnt to trust myself and my inner knowing and my intuition. And when I see signs and symbols, like, I now know that that's actually what I'm supposed to read. It's not just me in fantasy land making it up. But you need support around you to do that. You need some guidance. You need some people to say, yeah, I saw that too, or something similar happened, and sharing that. And unfortunately, we're surrounded by a bit of negativity in this world. And we're combating people that live in the half glass empty scenario. And when we start to raise our frequency and live in a glass half full, it really shows starkly what's happening and who's not resonating at your level. And that can be really hard when it's a partner or a parent or a close friend or a colleague that you have a lot to do with. So we have a choice. We dampen ourselves, we become the chameleon, we shift into what we think other people want. We stop being our full and brightest expression, and maybe we've actually never got there. We don't even know what that looks like. Or we start stepping up into our truth, into our authentic selves, so that we are filling ourselves up and we are living the life that we want. What this does, it shows the stark comparison between yourself and those that aren't in that place. And you know what? You then have the power to invite those people in, to offer to hold space for them to come with you. But no one can do the work for them. They have to do it themselves. Yeah, and discovering their inner truth and how to do that. So the more I've delved deeper into Rise, and it keeps growing and blossoming and being an entity of itself, Rise is its own thing. It's coming through me. It's a 7-week program. This one's for women. And what we're doing is having 7 face-to-face nights, and this will be at Earthy Yoga and Meditation in Mayfield. And we will be going through 7 modules. We'll also be traveling through the 7 chakra levels. We'll be looking at how to identify what it looks like if one of your chakras is blocked or out of balance, what that looks in terms of a physical body sense, a feeling sense, how to change that then. And each module goes through different aspects of you, and we're going to be looking at your beliefs, any blocks, anything that we can identify, we can then excavate, navigate, and figure out how to move that through for you. So the 7 modules that we're moving through. First one is attunement. Where are you now? Where have you been and where do you want to go? We're going to be setting some really clear and beautiful intentions for the program and making sure that you know where this is heading for you. Setting intentions, calling things in is so powerful. I hope everyone got to use the beautiful full moon energy last night. We had a full moon in Pisces, and usually full moons are really like, whoa, I want to go party. Pisces being a water sign, much more internal and much more deep. So it kind of ended a week of really intense stuff for me, and I had a beautiful moment overlooking Strzelecki Lookout, watching the moonrise and calling in intentions with a beautiful friend. The next one is connection and consciousness. How are you connected to yourself? Have you cultivated that relationship? Most of us haven't. I know I'm always still learning new things about myself. So how do we even start that if that's a new thing for you? Consciousness. What is that? Yeah, I know we're all conscious, we're all awake, we're all human beings living on this planet, but it's waking up to a new level. It's seeing things through a whole new set of eyes. Then we go into support and sovereignty. How can you actually support yourself? How do you know what it is that you want and call that support in? How can you remain sovereign to that beautiful person that you are and continue to show that respect and love and admiration for you like you show other people? Ritual and reverence. Our days are full of ritual, things that we do all the time. How can we bring more reverence to that, make it more an intentional space? For instance, the food you eat. I love to look at a plate of food before I'm about to eat it and look at the incredible amount of energy that has gone into what is now about to be consumed and put into my body and to become me. We've got the elements, fire, water, air, and earth, have all combined to grow this food. We've got the human component. Someone's planted it, someone's picked it, someone's potentially washed it, then it's transported, it's been put into a store, there's a storekeeper. Everyone's energy signature is in that food. If we just take a moment to put an intention into this, that's a ritual. So rituals don't have to be this fancy thing with dancing under the moonlight and oracle cards and all of the rest that I still love to do as well. They can be simple. They can be how you wash yourself in the shower and just taking a moment to really appreciate the vessel, the body you've been given. Creativity and play. Not enough. We don't do it enough as adults. Have you skipped lately? Have you laughed, like full belly laugh till you're like crying and it hurts and you can't stop laughing? How can we make our days have a little bit of creativity and play? You know, in the cycle tracker that I offer, one of the elements to track each day is creativity. And so it makes you think, where was I creative today? And it doesn't have to be creating a master art piece. It can be the meal you prepared, the clothes you chose to wear, the way you did your makeup that day, the way you drove to work. Spirit and inner power. I call spirit. Many people call it God. Some people call it universe, creator, source, angels, guides. There's different definitions, different people have different things. My idea of spirit is kind of source. It's like the almighty thing that's created everything, that has this incredible tapestry of energy. And my guides are beings that have had a human incarnation. So they're then assigned as guides to different humans, and that is because they've had the experience of being here, and so can have some relevance. And then I've listened to this amazing podcast about guardian angels and this woman who sees them. And so when I did the meditation that she guided me through at the end, I was able to tap into mine. And when I think about her and tap into her, I can feel her and I get her name. So that's my reality. I chat to my guides all the time. I've been talking to Higher Spirit and writing Dear Higher Spirit in my journal since I was a kid. I was really fortunate to be raised in a home where my mum was open to this. And then we finish on week 7 with beauty and embodiment. How can we find beauty in every day, in ourselves, in every situation, even that which we would normally deem as bad or negative? How can we embody that? How can we live it? I've said before that knowing your truth is very different to living your truth. So what we also offer with the course, and it's not just these face-to-face, it's 7 weeks and then beyond of a Facebook group. And what this is a beautiful, private, safe space for you to share what's going on during the weeks between the sessions, because stuff comes up. We get triggered, or we get awakened, or we get opened. And it might happen then, it might happen in your dreams, it might happen a few days later, randomly. So it's a place to share that. And what we do is create a really dynamic group. We encourage to do Facebook Lives. And why we do this, which is very confronting for people at first, but once you get into it, wow, it is so good to have a space that's safe to express your truth, your authentic self. Because when you have that ability to test that out, see how it feels to even do it verbally and to other people, it gives you that courage to then express that to potentially the world, to potentially your partner, your parent, your child, your colleagues. Because the whole aim is to discover your authentic self and then feel like you can be in your fullest and brightest expression every day. We also have journaling, reflection, and practices that you'll take home to do during the weeks. And this is to further develop what we've done in the modules face to face. There is so much content that could be delivered, but we need to know what we can give you face to face, what's going to be great to offer you during the Facebook group, and what you could do at home. Because we want you to have the most incredibly deep, transformative experience that's going to shift you from the inside and going to ripple out and affect your whole world. The way you work, the way you live, the way you feel. When you look in the mirror, you're going to see a person that is the main character of the epic love story that is your life. So I've been working really hard with my beautiful support sisters, Dana and Sahara, and we've been delving deep into each module and each ceremony that we can do. So we do a lot of practices, ceremonies around the moon cycles, your blood cycles. We're going to be looking at meditations, visualizations, different exercises, different embodiment practices, and then the all-important group sharing and discovery. We learn so much through being in community and being together. You know, you could listen to 100 different spiritual mentors online, but when you're with someone and with that group sensation, someone might say something and it just triggers something for you. Or they're going through a process and it makes you feel something. What we're trying to do is get you to learn the language of yourself. Be able to read your feelings, your emotions, how your body is. I want to teach you how to know your body wisdom. It is the barometer for your life. We are not meant to be the same every day. We are cyclic beings, and we need to look at where we are. I'm feeling like this day. What day am I in my cycle? Okay, that makes sense. Or actually, that doesn't make sense. So what else is going on? Instead of being a victim of our emotions, using them as tools to navigate through life. What we're trying to do is help you to build your life toolkit. So we've all built it. We've all got one. It's what we use when we come across situations and we have to deal with something. So something's happened when you're a child and you have reacted in a certain way and you've got a certain result. So if something similar happens, you bring out that mythology again. What we want to do is look at your toolkit, see what's working, see what's not, and replace some tools with amazing practices, amazing rituals, amazing consciousness and intention, so that you have the tools to go about your life from now and know how to deal with stuff as it comes up. So when trauma happens, tragedy happens, or you wake up just feeling grumpy and flat, You have some tools to pull on. And if you don't have all the tools, you know how to get the support that you need to deal with it. I guess you can see how excited and passionate I am about this. This is my living and breathing world. It's what I've been studying. It's what has worked. It's what I've seen change people's lives. And I want to make it easy for you guys. I've been so excited to see the response that Newcastle has, because we don't have anything like this yet. This is big. This is transformative. This is the community that we've all been looking for. So I head off onto Vision Quest this Friday, and I'm going to be offline for 12 days or so. My beautiful mum is going to be fielding my messages and emails and scheduling in clarity calls for when I get back. So all inquiries I've been taking as clarity calls, because I want to chat to you. I want to see where you're at, make sure that facilitation is going to serve you, and make sure that the group is cohesive. And if this course is not for you, I try and point you in the right direction, something that might be right for you at this time, and we work together later in the future. Or I'm not the right one for you. I'm not going to be everyone's cup of tea. So up until Friday, we've got our early bird special. So the program is significantly cheaper until Friday. So I'm going to pop the link to the event page and to the booking system in the comments of this video. So you guys can go and check it out, read it all, think about what I've said, and see if it's right for you. So anyone that's interested and wants to reach out for a clarity call before Friday, please get in touch ASAP, because time and spaces are a little bit limited now. What else? Yeah, so Vision Quest. It's a little bit freaky. I'm feeling excited and daunted, and it's meant to rain, which I was like, no, it's totally going to be fine. So yeah, and so many people don't know what it is. So I'm going to just quickly recap it. We go to base camp and we're with our shamanic group of women for a few days, preparing. We seek our site out. And then in the middle 3 days, we go out and hike out and camp solo and fast for 3 days and 3 nights. Now, the purpose of this is to have 0 distractions, including the digestion of your system. You create a medicine circle and you're pretty much sitting in that for that entire time. And what's meant to happen is you basically get to the point where your ego dissolves because it has no reference. You are completely immersed in nature. You're likely to have conversation with trees. I can't wait. I can't wait to see what I see. You know, who is Jen? Who am I going to be when all of everything is gone? You know, I don't have my home. I don't have my cat. I don't have social media as a distraction. Work. I won't even have my phone. Like, when's the last time I went 3 days without a phone? Before I even had one, probably. And then we spend the last little while coming back, reintegrating, and then coming back to society. So I'm going to miss the next 2 Monday night lives, and I was going to try and get some videos together to post, but time's super chockers, and to look after myself, that might just not happen. So I can't wait to see you guys on the other side and share what it was like. I feel like this is going to be a huge deepening and opening and awakening for myself, for this work, for my life, and for those around me too, to be able to share that energy. It's so exciting. All right, I've been going for ages tonight. Thank you for listening and thank you for being with me. We'll do our Oracle card pull. So this one called tonight, the Crystal Mandala Oracle. I think we did this one last time, but that was what needed to come out. All right, what are we going to ask tonight? Calling on our guides, our higher spirit and source creator, to bring through a card that is in our highest and greatest good. How can we rise a little bit more this week? How can we find a bit of bravery and step up and step a little bit past our comfort line for our growth? Yum. Integrity. Goddess Rhiannon and Amazonite. That is such a beautiful card. Look at those colors. Oh, okay, and it's the Crystal Goddesses. 888. All right, let's look that up. These ones are really in depth, so I usually have to read a bit of this before I get that download to tell you. All right. We bring you the empowerment of integrity. Integrity is the harmony between intention, word, and action. It is a discipline of love that creates inner security, confidence, and self-esteem. Integrity allows you to choose what promises you make, according to the reasons that have meaning for you. It empowers you to make decisions that feel authentic and honor your values. It allows you to say no without guilt or shame because you are not willing to compromise who you are to make another comfortable. As you honor your words and actions, doing what you say you will do, when you say you will do it, you grow power and respect within. You can express your integrity absolutely and yet with kindness and compassion. Integrity is the gift that will bring you a powerful peace of mind and loving self-respect. Okay, now I know why this came through. Our values and what we really believe in are a really core element of tapping into our integrity and our authentic self. Because if we can align our life in an integrous way that are in alignment with our values, and we can show up in the world in alignment with that, that is living your truth. That is existing in your truth. And this is part of what I was speaking to the girls on Friday night about. Do you show up in all areas of your life in an integrous way, in integrity, as your authentic self? Is the you at work the same as the you at home, the same as the you on social media, the same as the you walking down the street, the same as the you when you're on your own? The closer we can build and bring all those people into one being, so you are you all the time, that is living in integrity. That's when you feel right. You know you can say your truth, and even if it's not what someone wants to hear, it's the only way to be. I'm just going to read comments before I pull our last little smile cards. Hello, beautiful. Garth, Sophia, Sarah, and Taya. Hi, Cheryl. Oh, Sarah, you burnt out, sweetie. Hi, Lindsay. Hi, Tara. Hi, everyone. Hi, Alex. Oh, you're beautiful. Oh, just gorgeous comments. Thank you. No questions, so that means I hope I've answered everything for you. Please, if there are any questions, feel free to reach out. PM me on Facebook, email me, hello magentamoon@gmail.com, magenta's with the J. And I look forward to speaking with you and growing this community and doing this work and raising the frequency. So we'll finish with our smile cards. What is going to come up for us today? Okay. Oh, this is my favorite one. This is the one I've worn in my hat for years. Thank you for being you. And you know what? That totally aligns with being in integrity, because that's when you are you. Thank you for showing me you. I want to see you in all your colors, all your vulnerability, all your stumbles, and all your strides. You're amazing. Keep believing in yourself. Keep loving yourself. Keep doing this, because it's the road to walk. I love you all. Mwah. Big love, and I will see you in a couple of weeks. Bye.